to another Friday reviews. So today, the first review up, I am going to be talking about the last 5 years with Anna Kendrick and Jeremy Jordan. This is a musical film adapted from a Broadway musical. So yeah, like I say, basically it was a Broadway musical and now they've, made a film of it. And I didn't really know too much about the musical going into this, but I was excited to see it. I've seen a few trailers for it. I feel like I hadn't seen tons about it though. I hadn't seen many people talking about it, but once I looked into it a bit more, I found a bit more out about it. And yeah, so I kind of went into it a little bit blind. I didn't know too much, but I'd heard, a couple of songs on the trailer and stuff, which I saw at the beginning of another movie. They have the trailers at the beginning of Blu-rays and DVDs and stuff. Anyway, so I was excited to see it. I like Anna Kendrick. I really love Pitch Perfect. I think that's where I first saw her. But anyway, so I like her, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm really excited to watch this. I popped it in, and so I was like, basically, it was a funny thing. This is a funny story with this movie. So usually, if I'm watching a movie, I can kind of do a bit of multitasking. I can put the movie in. I had to do something. I can't remember what it was. I think it was late at night. And again, usually late at night, I can watch half a movie, pause it, and watch the next half the next day. It doesn't really bother me, things like that. So I was doing something, I was in the middle of something, and then I just popped the movie on. I thought, oh, I'll just watch the first 5 minutes, then I'll go downstairs and just finish up what I'm doing, and then, I think I need to bring some stuff upstairs. I don't remember what it was. And, and then I'll, get back to watching the movie. So I popped the movie in, and I don't know what happened, but with this movie, I kind of became so glued to the TV. It was one of those kind of moments. I was just like, oh, and I couldn't stop watching the movie. I had these things I knew I needed to do, and I was like, oh, I really, need to just do these quick. And it would have only taken me a second, but I was just so into the movie. And it wasn't until an hour into the movie I finally pressed pause and just quickly went and did what I had to do, and then came back to the movie. And yeah, so it was quite late. I watched the whole thing in the one night, whereas originally I put it in thinking, oh, I'll probably just watch half and then I'll watch the next bit the next day. But no, this movie really had me completely glued to the screen, and I think the reason for that is it's very much based up probably 90 or a bit more % on songs. There's hardly any just actual dialogue in the movie, and I've not seen too many movies like that. I know that Les Mis does that, and Into the Woods was kind of like that, which I actually watched after this. So I hadn't really watched a movie like that before. And it was just so interesting to me to, after one song had finished, I'd be like, okay, oh, I wonder what the next song's going to be. And it kind of had me like that. And then I feel like, because there's quite a lot of songs involved, there's probably only about 2 songs I didn't really enjoy. And the rest I really liked. And there's some that I really, really loved. So I was kind of just always like, oh, what's the next song going to be? Oh, what's, that kind of thing. So it kind of kept me wanting to watch it. I was just really excited. Plus, it's not actually super long either. It's 90 minutes long, so it's quite short, really. Compared to other films. So I was just, I don't know, I was really engrossed in this film. It really, really caught my attention, and that's always great. I think if a film can do that, that's obviously a great thing of a film. So it definitely did that. And basically, this film is just about these 2 people and their kind of relationship between each other, and that's kind of the basis around the film, and then kind of their lives and how it, but they sing about it, and it kind of goes back and forth within time, which at first, I've watched the movie twice now. At first, the first time I watched it, I was kind of a bit confused sometimes, of what time we were at, where we were at in their life, and I was like, okay, wait, where's this? But then I feel like the second time I watched it, I was like, oh yeah, okay, this is then, and things like that. But the first time I was a little bit confused. But yeah, my favourite songs are Summer in Ohio, which I feel like is quite a famous song from this musical. Summer in Ohio I really, really loved, and I've had that in my head for quite a while since watching this. I also really loved, and sorry I don't know the names of the songs actually, I really loved the second song that the boy sang. I actually preferred more of his songs than hers. The second song in the movie, I loved that one. That one was just, I just loved that one. And then also, another one of my absolute favourites was the Christmas one about Small. I don't remember exactly what it's called, but if you've seen the movie, you'll totally know what I mean, or if you've seen the musical on Broadway or whatever, it's the Christmas one, and it was just, I loved that one. Again, it's sung by the guy. This guy was great. I love this guy. Oh, there's also one as well when they're kind of having a bit of an argument, and I loved that one. I think I really liked Anna Kendrick in that one. That was the one I felt like she kind of was one of her best ones in the movie. But I have been noticing, Anna Kendrick's in Into the Woods as well, and I said this in that review, that I feel like she kind of, I like Anna Kendrick, and I definitely know that I was like, oh yeah, I like Anna Kendrick, but I feel like in musicals she's great at singing, but for some reason when I watch her singing, I don't know, she doesn't, I feel like she always kind of has a similar facial expression. I don't know if that's, I don't mean that in a horrible way, but I noticed it, and so it's kind of like, meh. But yeah, overall I really enjoyed this movie. Like I say, I watched it again, not long after I watched it the first time, because I just really enjoyed the songs, and I really wanted to hear them again, but there was a couple of songs that I didn't really enjoy, and so those bits I was kind of like, you know, the songs are probably maybe like 2-3 minutes or so, so then, you know, I didn't really enjoy the wedding song. That one I was kind of a bit hit or miss, but I feel like that's the thing with musicals like this, people are going to love some songs and maybe like less some other songs, and everyone's going to have different preferences on which songs they like, so that's just kind of one of the things about musicals. But if you enjoy musicals, I definitely recommend watching this one, because the songs really are great, and I definitely really enjoyed it. I gave it 4 stars, and like I said, the reason that I didn't give it higher, even though I really did enjoy it, and you know, obviously just was so stuck into watching it, is just because there were some of the songs that I just didn't like as much. I don't know, it doesn't make sense. There's probably about 2 songs that I was just like, oh, not really care for those songs, but then because obviously, you know, like in a movie, if there's like a little bit that you're just like, but usually it's kind of just quick and then it moves on to the next bit, but with it being songs, they're obviously in chunks, so yeah, that was kind of the only problem I had, and then with the time thing, but then equally there's some songs that I absolutely loved and have been listening to and just loving, but yeah, so I really enjoyed this one. I definitely will watch it. I feel like I could watch this many times, especially as well because it is quite short. It's a great movie to pop on and watch, and I feel like after watching it a few times you could probably just like pop it on as well and just kind of listen, because obviously it's a musical, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. It's definitely a different kind of musical than most I've seen before, so yeah, if you enjoy musicals, definitely recommend this one. But if you do not enjoy musicals, then I wouldn't recommend this because it is all musical, but yeah, it's set in New York City, and it's about, you know, these two that have a relationship. She wants to be an actress, he wants to be a writer, and you know, it's just the two of them over the 5 years. And so yeah, really enjoyed this one, and so yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on it. And also, this was sent to me by what am I saying? This movie was given to me from my friend Laura for my birthday, so if she's watching this video, I want to say thank you very much because I really enjoyed the movie. And yeah, so that was my first Friday reviews for this Friday of the last 5 years. Let me know down in the comments below if you've seen this one. I've not heard too many people talking about it. But yeah, if you enjoy musicals, give this one a go. I don't know how it compares to the actual show because I haven't seen that, but yes, I really did enjoy some of these songs. Or just maybe have a little look up of some of the songs if you're not too sure. Summer in Ohio and the Christmas one, which I can't remember the name of, so that wasn't very helpful, but yes. Until then guys, I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Goodbye!